It's already in my because they got my handcuffs and they're waterboarding. They're waterboarding. You know, give us the secret. They're waterboarding. So we get to this warehouse. We jumping up, blazing, killing all these people. Right? We kill these people. Mike looks, he's all happy. He sees me coming for him. Top shelf, baby. You got to get a ladder. I started here back in 2018. I come knock on the door probably about 5:30 in the morning. Jeff Liphart was one of the managers here at the time. He had just cut the lights on, and I knocked on the door. He looked back as if to say, "There's somebody, what is that noise?" And I knocked again. He looked at me and he says, "Can I help you?" I said, "I'm looking for employment." He said, "Well, hell, come on in." And that was the beginning of my career here.
Wow. That's beautiful.
Sure.
So how long you been here?
About 6 years, a little over 6 years.
Okay. And how has your experience been different compared to the other people in your profession?
Well, let's see. I think that for me personally, from my perspective, I enjoy what I do. Typically, when you enjoy what you do, you generally excel at it. I've always been that kind of guy. I've always reached for the top, reached for the stars, whatever. And if I land anywhere up above, I'm going to be all right. In terms of the other guys, well, it's hard for me to speak on their behalf. We have a great family here, first of all. All the guys, my peers, are superior. These cats, I learned from them. These cats have been alone than I have. I took a little bit from everybody to make it my own.
Wow.
But with my drive, and that's where it really starts, the individual's drive is what determines his success. And I think my drive is high, and I'm just one of those kind of guys, I want to succeed.
Okay.
Most of the jobs I've ever had in my experience in life, I've always been in some sort of supervisory capacity.
Okay.
And it's just a testament of my type of personality.
That makes
Simply
sense.
put, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense because of your character, right? And your reputation.
There you go.
They align, right?
Sure.
Now, of course, around RCP America, we have these stories that come from you. These beautiful stories and moments of your time on the road. Can you share one of your stories with us?
Well, gosh, I got so many stories, I don't know where to start. But let me tell you probably a few of my favorites. And this goes way back because as I drive, it hits me. It's not pre-planned or anything. I'll be riding along. And a lot of times, I travel from state to state. At one point in my career here at the RCP America, I had the whole Northern Territory, the whole I-10 corridor,
Wow.
from Pensacola to Jacksonville, also Dothan, Alabama, Albany, Georgia, Savannah, Georgia. So all that belonged to me. So I did a lot of driving time. It would take me sometimes 1-2 hours just to get from one stop to the other. Wow. And during those times, all I see is just the mountain, not the mountains, but the countryside. Cows, sheep, farms, windmills. It's just me and the sound of the tires on the road. And the thought would hit me, and I just started writing. And I started laughing because I'm saying to myself, I'm going to kill him with this one. I remember one time I did a story of when we have a thing here. When we do our sales, we collect money, and that's called settlement. And a lot of times we bill the customers if it's a commercial account. So I remember I did a story about settlement. I used to be called Kit. I used to be called the Night Rider. Just like the Night Rider on TV, but it was a Night Rider with Kit, the car, the little car. And I did a story where Kit and I were on the run. We were on the run because we had just embezzled $10,000 in Miss Cherry Lamb's settlement money. And I bought a 30-foot RV. There's no kidding. I bought a 30-foot RV, and I took the RCP truck and I backed it up to the back of the RV as if I'm towing a small car.
Yeah.
So now me and Kid on the run. And Kid, of course, was the truck. So forget about the little car. The Kid was the truck. So I got this picture of the 30-foot RV with the truck back to the pool, like I'm towing this truck, because we were running off with $10,000 in Miss Cherry Lamb's settlement money. And so now I want to run so here's this rogue RCP driver, if you will. Can you envision this? And you remember the series Mission Impossible with Tom Cruise, Ethan Hawke? Yeah. That's the rogue Mission Impossible. So naturally, I'm on the run, so now I got to solicit the help of Ethan Hawke to help me get away. So I called Ethan Hawke, and he's in Turkey. So, I don't know how you drive to Turkey, but somehow me and Kit got to Turkey, and we met Ethan Hawke at this Turkish restaurant. We're sitting out in a little bistro, developing a plan, and all of a sudden we find ourselves under fire. We're under fire from the Russian mafia because they're after Ethan. And he's meeting me, but he forgot about the Russian mafia is after him. So we meet at this small cafe, and we sit out in this bistro drinking coffee and tea, and all of a sudden shots ring out. So now we're on the run again from the Russian mafia. So now that we're running from RCP America with this $10,000 that I just embezzled, but also we're in the middle of this, and in the middle of all of that, we're going through the mountains of Turkish, and then the phone rings, and it's the Chinese mafia. They're after Michael Lamb. What? They're after Michael Lamb because he's got the secret ingredients to the OJ tire shine. Now, you know the OJ tire shine is our best tire shine. Silicone base, use on. Okay, here we go. They want this because they found out how much money Mike's making off this tire shine. And it's his own recipe. It's kind of like the KFC recipe with the 7 herbs and spices that nobody can find out. Well, Mike Lamb has the ingredients that OJ tire shine. It's the best tire shine in the world. Now, so on top of me and Ethan, we're running, we're on the run, we're soliciting all the help, we're going to these safe houses and things like this. And we're getting these phone, he's getting calls from his people about the Russian mafia. I'm getting calls from people trying to find out what's going on with Mike Lamb. It turns out that Mike Lamb's on a vacation down in Miami with his family. Unbeknownst to him, they're looking for him. And I'm the only way to get to him. You follow me so far?
Yes.
All right, so here we go. So somehow, through technology and AI, they find out where Mike Lamb's at. They found out that he's down there on vacation in Miami with his family. I found out because Ethan's with me. He's got all the technology. He's got a team of people that do nothing but, that secret stuff. You know what I'm trying to say.
Investigation.
You got it. He's got a whole team. And he's on the phone. They're in his ear telling him where to go, this, that, and the other. And he says, hey, Ron, I just found out that Mike's down there, but they're finna capture him. Oh, wait a minute. They just captured him. So I said, shit, we got to get to Miami. So Ethan makes a call. A helicopter comes, picks us up, shoot us down to Miami. Little bit known to us, there's another helicopter following us because they got the same technology. Turns out Ethan's earpiece had been hacked.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we're heading to Miami. They're heading to Miami. Chinese mafia's already in Miami because they got Mike handcuffed and they're waterboarding. They're waterboarding. You know? Give us the secret. They're waterboarding. So we get to this warehouse. We jumping up, blazing, killing all these people, right? We kill these people. Mike looks, he's all happy. He sees me coming for him. So we rescue Mike, and everything's fine. He forgives me for the $10,000 that I embezzled. And then he says, I said, Michael, you all right? He says, Ron, I'm fine, but I'm never going in the pool again. These are the kind of stories that I create in my mind. And they always tell you mind is a terrible thing, but I get a lot of, self-gratification out of it. And these things that come to me like that, it doesn't happen, it happens at the spur of a moment. I'll be riding and I start smiling to myself and say, I gotta write this down. And I would take a day and I write down, some of these stories takes hours for me to come to develop. I would write these stories and I go back and I change these stories and then I rewrite them because as I go back and I'm thinking I'm driving, I go back up to the first paragraph out of 8 paragraphs I wrote. So let me just edit that a little bit. Wow. And I'm laughing all the time. It's the funniest thing in the world. I amuse myself sometimes. And I tell myself, I'm gonna knock them out with this one. It's the kind of things that I enjoy. Yeah. I've had a lot of jobs in my career. I worked for Home Depot for about 16 years, worked my way up to a store manager. Worked for Lowe's prior to Home Depot. Lowe's actually hired me from Home Depot. But it's when I got here to RCP America, at this point in my life, I'm 64 years old. I'll be 65 this week. Okay. I'll be 65 years old.
Early birthday.
Well, thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
And I'm excited about a lot of things. This is, I've always done sales. And I enjoy this just as much. I enjoy interfacing with people. I'm a people person. I love to talk, as you can probably tell by now. And I have something to say.